We're nearly at the end of this magical book. This is James Barras and Shoshana Alexander's Awakening Joy. And as you know, I'm an Awakening Joy facilitator, and I love this book. And Liz and I have made a commitment to work through the book every year, sort of like a come back to center. And this week we completed chapter 9, step 9, and James is looking at equanimity. And I did tear up a bit, I must say, because it was as if he'd written this chapter for me in the exact moment I was rereading it, even though I've read it lots of times. And I thought, how does he know I'm feeling worn out and off balance? I'm out of balance. Even with my daily practice, life's just been tough. It's just been really, really demanding. And I know that I don't cope so well when I'm this tired. So Crusher can get quite loud, let's be honest, very loud. And it's as if, my coping skills just drop because I'm so worn out. And I'm normally really quite mindful these days about pacing myself. But it's just been one of those, we had to be up in London for a couple of weeks. I'm not at home and lots of demands, and they all sort of came at once. And that's just the nature of life sometimes, isn't it? So I thought it would be rather lovely to share the invitation to equanimity that is in this wonderful book. There's lots of ways into equanimity practice. And for those of you that are new, equanimity is a very delightful, fancy word for talking about balance. So you can let go of the word, because when I first started learning mindful self-compassion, I was like, what's that word? What's that? So if you feel like me, maybe a little off center, maybe you've been knocked off your center. It was my mum's birthday yesterday, and we always celebrated birthdays. I find birthdays really important to celebrate, and I found it really hard because she's not here anymore to celebrate with. And that anticipatory sadness that was coming also was difficult to navigate. So I thought today we would just have a very gentle invitation, because when we practice self-compassion, remember it's not to fix ourselves. And sometimes I reach for my practice and hoping it's going to make it all better. Actually, it's not going to change what is, but it can bring a great deal of soothing and support and inner nourishment that isn't available on the outside. We may be reaching for it. I've definitely been leaning towards the chocolate a little more than perhaps I should in this pressured time. And self-compassion and our approach to being a little bit more in our center can really help soften around the edges of any judgment. So let's dive in, my friends, and give ourselves what we need. So when you're ready, just let yourself settle in. And that may mean a wiggle of the shoulders, or if there's tension, maybe you've woken up with tension. Maybe, like me, you've been over a computer too long. Find that position that really supports you. Hey, sweet body, what would you like? Give yourself permission to wiggle your body whenever it needs a wiggle. Let the breath move through in the way that it feels good for your body. And just allow yourself to rest as best you can. Welcoming yourself to this compassionate space. And this compassionate space holds your heart tenderly. There's nothing you need to do. No action required, simply a willingness to release any holding or tension. Let the breath move how your breath knows how to move. And settle into your compassionate seat as best you can. You may find comfort in connecting hand on heart, maybe holding your own hand. And as we do this, we incline gently and in a friendly manner toward ourselves. Just notice if there is any rushing thoughts, and see if you can make space for them. No need to try to push them away. We will not deny anything or avoid anything. We'll simply open with a compassionate presence. So noticing your breathing, that rhythm that holds you, where you don't need to do anything. And letting the breath move such that you notice these mindful breaths moving through your body. And let your awareness travel throughout your body and inviting each area to tenderly relax as best you can. And in a moment, we'll be inviting your good intention for balance and harmony. You gently come close. So when you feel ready, when you feel a little more settled, you may like to silently say to yourself in a warm and friendly tone, "May I have balance and equanimity in this moment." May I have balance and equanimity in this moment. Or perhaps something simpler. May I be centered in this moment. May I be centered in this moment. And inviting that felt sense of what is this like to be centered. Imagine what you would look like. Maybe what you would be doing, feeling, if you were in this place of easeful balance. And allow yourself to step into this. May I be centered in this moment. Paint a picture. Hear the sounds. Feel what it feels like to be balanced and centered, equanimous, just for this moment. And if you notice that you're in a situation that is difficult, maybe upsetting, this practice is especially useful. Very tenderly and in a warm manner, you may notice that thoughts arise, wishing for things to be different from how they are in this moment. And allow even the confusion and agitation in your mind to just be, instead of trying to overcome it or push it away. Sigh, breathe, rest. Letting go of any striving, any desire, any aversion, simply being here. Opening to this easeful balance as best you can. And when you notice your mind has wandered, warmly bringing the mind back to your center, to this balanced, easeful, this centered, calm presence, being here now. Resting in the moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting go and relaxing. As best you can. May I have balance and equanimity in this moment. May I have balance and equanimity in this moment. Returning again and again to that sense of easeful balance, whatever that feels like for you. The sounds, the colours, the felt sense of easeful balance, just right for you. And as you rest in this embrace of easeful balance, enjoying these tender words written just for you. Hold steady, my friend. The thunder will move through. Find that quiet place of strength. Connect deeply to the earth. Let the mountain be your guide. Hold steady, my friend. Let your branches bend, not break, as the prevailing winds thrash at your edges. Drop down deeply into your roots. and rest. Hold steady, my friend. Invite the eye of the storm to bring you reprieve. Let the stillness support you. Breathe into the space and wait. Hold steady, my friend. Let yourself be drenched. Allow the rain to fall without resistance. Receive the cleansing nourishment as you gaze into the reflections in your inner puddles. Hold steady, my friend. You are safe. Right here in the center of your being. Connect with this expansive presence and feel the embrace surround you. You are love. And taking a few more moments to savor this easeful balance. Maybe a sense of quiet, of stillness, of centeredness. Let this be your nourishment. May I have balance and equanimity in this moment. And when you are ready, taking all the time you need, perhaps enjoying a deeper breath, some soothing touch, maybe a warm hug for yourself. Offering yourself a gentle wiggle, maybe a stretch, and a little thank you smile. Oh, and maybe a yawn appears as well. Wow. And so noticing, how are you now, my friends? How are you feeling?